I think my favorite thing about it really was the way it looked. So landscape wise, it was brilliant. It's like this proper urban, like city life. You got skyscrapers, the city streets. It's all set in clubs and restaurants and hotels and casinos. It's all just very cool and like very trendy, for lack of a better word. I feel like that makes me sound ancient. It's like the trendy place to hang out down the bar. And then with all that comes these brilliant like colorscapes. So like a lot of it was obviously set at nighttime. So you're getting the street lights shining in from outside. There's one scene where they're driving around in a car at night and there's loads of yellow lights flashing in the car and then blue lights and then red lights. And this just kind of kept going on. And it was like a constant theme throughout that everything was just so super colorful. And then you got some like great outfits from Margot Robbie and Will Smith as well. And they were very colorful. And just through the whole thing, I thought the colors were so vivid. So that was like the main thing that I liked about it, I think, was the way it looked. Barbara, what's like your favorite thing about this film? What was like the thing that really hooked you in? I guess that sort of the theme of the cons seemed to be something that really kind of drew you in.
Yeah, and like you said, like the whole look of it, like it's very slick movie, I think, from like beginning to end. As well as that, I think in particular the scene of the football, the way that everything is set out, like before you get to the football scene, he's there, I think they're in like the back room and Nicky's friend is handing him money and he's like, oh, be careful, something like, oh, you have like a gambling addiction. So even though he didn't say it, that's kind of already like planted in your head. And then it cuts to like Margot Robbie kind of just looking over like, okay. And then it gets to the football scene when they start gambling the money. And I'm like, oh my God, Nicky's going to lose all the money, but not realizing that like they're all like, he's in on it. And that's what I mean. Like when a movie kind of outsmarts you, you're kind of like, oh my God, like I thought he was like a gambler. I never saw that coming. I just really, really enjoyed the movie. And I think it had a bit of everything to it. Like it wasn't too romantic comedy that you're kind of like, okay, this is going to be like too much of a lovey-dovey like movie. But it was very much like it kept you interested. And I think it had a lot for people kind of going to see it. As in like there was something there for everyone to enjoy.
Really interesting at the ball game as well, because that, for me, I felt like that was going on so long. I was just sat there like, what is he doing? Like, there's no way. And I was like, I don't think Will Smith's character would do this. Like, he's a seasoned con man. He knows what he's doing. And it kind of threw me out the film a little bit. And I was like, nah, there's no way he'd keep betting like this and lose all that money. And then obviously in the end, it was all part of the plan. And then that drew me back in again. And I was like, oh, okay, of course he knows what he's doing. I mean, sort of all kind of like really far-fetched about like the suggestion and stuff. But, I think Derren Brown like talks about it all the time, that stuff is possible. And you can lead people to kind of think certain things and say things, if you lead them sort of down the garden path. Josh, how did you feel about it?
I enjoyed it. So I really enjoyed it. I think there's something to be said, like you sort of both already touched on for it. It's a very glamorous film. And there's something to be said for just sort of looking at good-looking people in good-looking clothes in good-looking places doing good-looking things. And it's a very good-looking film in that sense. And I really enjoyed that.